Good evening, everybody. Good evening, brothers and sisters. This is CmdrAleon, host of Encounters, the number one late UFO spiritual talk show. Loretta, welcome. Sunshine, everybody around out there around the world. Don't believe it. Don't believe that any politician is going to release all the UFO information. If politicians wanted to be transparent, they should have done it 70 years ago. Greetings, Loretta. Frankly, to tell you the truth, I don't think our space brothers and sisters care about who's running what there on the planet. They're here. And the one thing I think I will say as I monitor what's happening, that our space family is here. They're here to be with us on this planet soon. And I'm excited about 2026. I'm excited about 2026. Are you excited about 2026? I am. I was earlier watching some of this 3D stuff, and it's so 3D. That's what they do. 3D media, But things are going to change on our planet, off our planet, around our planet, in our solar system, or outside of our solar system. Everything is going through spiritual cosmic changes. All the planets are. Everything, that's just Earth. But we are too. Yes, user 514, yes. I'll get into that a little bit more. And I was taken out of body a little bit earlier, so I was monitoring the stuff, and then I fell asleep earlier. Hey, Jane Honor, good to see you. Nadir, thank you for the share. No, we don't support politicians here. Please don't do that. Freaky Bucky, don't do that. I'll have to take you out of here. We don't support Earth-based politicians. If you are a person that is supporting disclosure, you don't support 3D politics. So I will mute you for approximately, let's see, I think I just muted them. I didn't do any approximatelys, I just muted them. That was a really obnoxious thing. It would be obnoxious no matter who the candidates are. This is not a place for that. Well, actually, it's 2026. 2025 is just where things are going to amp up. Jay Narner, towards the end of 2025 is real. It's going to get really strong, and then 2026 will be the period of contact. Son, well, okay, thank you for the live on the air thing. You're very welcome, Jay Narner. I hope you guys are doing well out there. You've been still documenting a lot of stuff there where you are. Jeff Walker, Alamar, good to see you all here. It's a Tuesday evening. Yeah, I remove all that negativity. I don't allow any of these political party people to come in here and try to use my talk show for their political things. Not happening. I mean, they know this show's popular, so if they'll come on Encounters and try to sway all the UFO and light workers and everybody. Not happening. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I was on, being able to enjoy listening to her for a while, and then my 11 o'clock comes around, so good she's on and doing stuff. A lot of stuff going on here. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good to have you with us. And wherever you may be, welcome. Jay Narner, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the hand heart. Boy, Jay Narner, thank you again for another hand heart. Boy, I'll tell you, I really, well, you're going with the hand, you got the title gifter on that one. Thank you. Hey, Ashley Bashley. I'm going to bring Ashley Bashley up here tonight. Ashley Bashley, we missed you guys. I'm going to bring Ashley Bashley on. She deserves to be here. I thought they were taking off planet. Ashley Bashley, I thought you guys were on a spaceship.
Oh, I've been busy. I ended up working at an event, so I've just been really
Yeah, no,
busy.
I know you were. You know, saying, oh, they're on a spaceship. I'm just kidding you. Well, it's good to see you both back here. How's everything going? Pretty good?
It's going pretty well. It's weird it's just a really interesting world, and it's a small world because like we met a bunch of people this last weekend, or actually it was 2 weekends ago that I worked at with like the cast of Scream.
Mm,
And I didn't realize that I've worked with a couple people from that movie because I just don't really like half the people I ended up working with. I don't really pay attention, but I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
something today I wanted to talk to you about because I've been too busy. I haven't really been paying attention because of all the politics. That's all I ever see.
yeah.
So I like took a break, but
Crazy.
apparently, like one of the big space like telescopes caught something in space, like a
Are you talking
big.
about the James Webb Telescope?
Yeah, I just found out about that.
What did it? Because I'm very tuned into that. That's the one thing I am interested in the James Webb Telescope. It's doing things that I don't even think NASA wants it to do. So what
Hmm.
did it now? What did it find out?
So apparently, it's like this giant square that they caught, and they don't know what it is. Like some people are saying, like it's a ship coming in. That's what people are thinking it is. It looks like a ship because it's square, and it's not like an actual planet shape, and they don't know what it is. So people are speculating that it's something other than whatever, and like trying to find actual videos that people haven't like manipulated.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's hard to find accurate information.
what about your friend and former friend NASA? No, here these
So,
go. The people that I got to knock this person out here. These people with the Trump thing.
uh,
This is not a political channel. You're gone. Bye.
so,
I'll tell you what.
so
Go ahead.
Damani and I worked together at the last event that we worked at together, and right now he's fighting losing his sight because
Oh my
he's got
God.
some degenerative thing going on where like his eyes are filling up with blood. And I've known him for a long time, and we went to go work
Wow.
together. Kane, who plays Jason from what is this series called, Michael? It's a horror movie. He's like one of the most famous horror movie people.
People.
He's been on
Huh.
like Freddy versus Jason. I went up and I had to walk him around this event because I
Oh
didn't
my
realize
God.
his sight was that bad. And I was like, Damani, you didn't tell me that your sight was going out. And he was like, it went very quickly to the point where he couldn't even see a trash can in front of him. And I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I was kind of getting scared. So Kane, who plays Jason on like the
Maybe.
Jason Friday the 13th series,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
asked him
those.
for his contact information is going to end up giving him like doing a fundraiser for him to help him get his
Oh great.
eyesight.
Oh,
Yeah, but
that's good.
other than that, he's been actually calling me and asking me when we're going to do a podcast next. And I'm like, probably not tonight because he asks me at like such random times, like 1:30,
Random,
2 o'clock
random.
in the morning. And I'm like, I don't think that the commander is hosting this time at night. But I could see if Michael wants to give him a call on his phone and we can
Yeah.
get him on.
Well, because he has connections inside NASA, and I want to see if he knows anything about this square thing. That
Yeah, I
maybe
actually do want to talk to him about that because I just found out about it. And he probably does know somebody because I just found out about it not even an hour ago. And I was like, okay, now I'm
yeah,
really interested in this because when you've got people who are huge scientists that are baffled and like now they're
yeah,
starting to question the Big Bang Theory and all this other stuff,
right.
I'm like, okay, now I'm interested and I want to know what's happening. Do you have Dominique's phone
I,
number on your phone or not, Michael?
See, so here's what's happening. So we know I have to. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the James Webb Telescope. Everybody, and good evening. You're watching Encounters Late Night Spiritual UFO Talk Show, the number one UFO talk, spiritual UFO talk show on the planet Earth. Things are really happening now, and I'm also, I'm actually blocking all these political people trying to use this big popular show to support their candidates. It's not happening, so don't even try it.
Get it, but
Now,
This
You
is
know,
a
it's
this is a safe space, and I'm kind of glad to get away from the political stuff because
me. I don't want any
it's
of
been
it.
giving me anxiety.
Hey, the money.
Yeah,
Hey, the
yeah, we don't.
commander from the Encounter UFO is on the show, and I wanted to ask you a question because have you heard about the telescope catching something in space?
Okay.
Have you heard about it yet?
No. What's going on?
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't.
Amani's
So,
our inside person in NASA, so he'll find out. Tell him what's happening.
so I can't remember what the telescope's caused name because I'm really not great with names, and it's
The
just
James Webb Telescope.
so the James Webb Telescope caught something in space that they can't explain that is the shape of a square, and they don't know what it is. Like some people are speculating it might actually be a ship coming from like another system towards Earth.
Square-shaped ships come from Saturn.
Square shaped ships
Wait a
come from
minute.
Saturn. That's a tongue twister, Damani. I tried saying
Okay,
that.
so now I'm interested. You say, how do you know square-shaped ships come from Saturn?
Damani, did you hear him?
Because what happens, square-shaped UFOs seen flying on Earth.
You've seen. Oh, sorry, you got to repeat yourself because I heard a train or
How come
something.
his audio is very different? How come it's not?
Square-shaped ships have been seen, and they come from Saturn.
Okay, Amani, how do you know they come from Saturn? This is my news questioning analytical mind.
How do you know that they come from Saturn? Like how did you obtain that information, Damani?
I talked with the Draconian.
Man,
Okay,
it
now,
would have been perfect for us to like
oh, thank you.
do a meetup with you, but like, how do you know this
No, but
draconian? Like,
seriously, now let's beyond draconian. Seriously, how do you know that these anybody inside in NASA? How do you know this? Whoever they are, how do you know where they come from, and how do you know that these? Do you know anything about these square objects that these scientists say they're picking up on the James Webb Telescope?
he might have to do research on it, but
I
I
could
think
out to them directly and find out more, but when I did inquire on some of the other sightings that have happened where they've seen rectangular cubed spaceships that come in, they always fly on their corner and they emit some kind of radiation that can have long-term negative effects on people. I was told that those ships come from Saturn.
Okay, so without putting a label on who they are, so on Saturn, the Saturnian, which Saturnians have a planet, Saturn is a planet. We don't know then who lives on Saturn because I know that. I mean, I have an understanding of of our planets from a cosmic standpoint. If they're coming from Saturn and the James Webb Telescope is picking up objects coming out of Saturn, where are those objects going to? Could you do some research on that?
There's a lot of different fleet movements coming in and out of our solar system. Each one of them comes from different sectors and regions of space. And since Nibiru is getting closer to our planet, there'll probably be more spacecraft coming in and out of our solar system.
Mm-hmm. And you know, Amani, we've talked about, and you've been a great guest before, and you'll have to do some research with your people higher up in top security clearance. I can tell you from an Ashtar consciousness that the star people are here in force. The good people are here in force. They're not going to let any negative ETs come on the planet. That's not happening. So the question is, we're going to need more information. Like when you say this, we already know in general ways that, you know, there are more of the galactic forces of light coming to Earth more now than ever before 2026, when we're going to have direct contact with the star people. So the question is, the James Webb Telescope, when I had gave it a question a few weeks ago. It actually, I'm not going to say it because I have one in the bathroom. It said that there was an armada of spaceships coming to Earth. Now, that doesn't matter to me because there's so many spaceships coming to Earth right now from beyond Earth that for it to say there's an armada of spaceships was not anything like breaking in my consciousness.
Yes. I've actually been talking with one of the people that's in command of some parts of different armadas, and there was an armada that was supposed to come in. I talked with them probably about 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Is this person in NASA?
No.
What's their qualifications?
They are affiliated with the DoD.
The Department of Defense. Okay, so you talked to somebody in the DoD. How did they know about an armada of spaceships coming to Earth? I'm very interested.
Because they are one of the people that's in command of some of those ships.
Well, no, okay, so let me separate that for a second. They would not be in command of ships that are coming to Earth that are from the Ashtar Command. They won't have any connection to that whatsoever. Now, the way
that it has worked for them is you're aware that some of the people that are on this planet are, I call them dummy plugged. Some people might call them avatars, where they can actually, they're not necessarily human. Their conscience is overlaid on a human form.
Okay.
And so they're coming from a different point in our galaxy, like Proximal or Alpha Centauri or Orion, and they project their consciousness on a body. And of course that means that they have to learn how to move around and operate as a human, but that doesn't change their duties. They're still tasked with whatever operations that they're running. And a lot of these craft are on the other side of the sun. There's also pockets of them scattered in different areas throughout our solar system. They come and they go because there's residents here that are from those regions.
So let me ask you a question. So are you talking about people that are you saying there are this person in the Pentagon, in the DoD, is not here specifically as a regular military, whatever their high security clearance is, that they are working undercover within the DoD? Or am I wrong?
I believe you can say that, just because there are groups of beings that work with the DoD at different levels. I mean, you've heard of some of the bases that we've had that have had encounters with beings, and they've fought, and then they formed a truce, and then they start working together. That actually happened. You know, I mean, there's documented reports of that. You've heard of the Gulf incident that happened, and I have that one that I got from one of the online veterans that talks about sort of stuff, because these are reports.
Damani,
we're losing
Damani, your phone is like very robotic right now. It's like you're on a Wi-Fi signal talking or something. Can't understand you very well.
I am on a Wi-Fi signal. My cell spot died, And I switched over to Wi-Fi because my phone company told me that they no longer did the cell spot and literally forced me to do it. So
Okay.
So, in terms of, for my audience, you're watching Encounters of Money. He works within the NASA area, and he has access to people. And so this person in the Department of Defense that and again, let's have understanding here as well. I've said it over and over again that for 70 years, the Pentagon has been not willing to tell the people, and neither is the Ministry of Defense or any other major country with a grouping within their military, Air Force, Navy, whatever, being willing to tell the public the truth regarding extraterrestrial intelligence. And even, again, there are low-vi BTs we talked about on the show that were doing things that they did because our Pentagon and those leaders at the time allowed them to abduct human beings and do experiments and all these things they did. At the other end of the thing here is this person in the DOD who you mentioned, an overlayer, is a human being that had their conscious overlaid by an extraterrestrial intelligence?
Yes.
Okay, I understand what overlay means. How did that actually happen? How did that person in the DOD with that security clearance get overlaid by an extraterrestrial being?
It happened at birth.
At birth?
Yes. So basically, they have devices that they can connect themselves to, like a radio antenna, and project their conscience onto another organism. There's some technology here on this planet that can allow people to do that more on a limited basis.
Mm-hmm. So when this human being who was in the military, at birth, so how did you know about this person, the DOD? Did they tell you at birth they were overlaid by an ET?
I was introduced to them by another person that had a higher level of clearance that actually introduced me to them.
Interesting. So are you telling me that there are certain people in the DOD who quietly don't like the fact that there's a cover-up? Again, I don't want to assume anything. These two individuals, the one that was this way and this other person introduced you to him in the DOD, are these people interested in telling the truth, or what's going on with that?
They are interested in telling the truth, but they also know that there is a balance that has to be maintained because not everybody's going to. This isn't really a popular idea among people here, and you never really know what you're going to get. So, for instance, if somebody were to come up with something to figure out where all of these beings are hidden, the ones that are not, how can I put it, that are not dummy plugged or are just natural residents here that have settled our planet, they would probably have a very hostile reaction to them, just like what happened with the Kentucky Goblins. They shot on sight, and maybe that would be a really bad situation to put any visitor from this planet in, especially if they have contact with a large number of spacecraft.
Right, but are the beings that these Pentagon people are involved with, and this is my understanding, again, I come from, as you know me, Imani, I work with the Ashtar Command, which is in the cosmic Christ consciousness, so I'm aware of pretty much everything going on. My question is, not only question, and people need to know this, do these people at all who have this understanding even understand that the space people of what I call the space people, the cosmic Christed beings of light, are here now. They have their ships cloaked here now. They're getting rid of the negative ETs that are hiding on our planet. They are getting rid of them. They're not. When I say getting rid of them, they're taking them off planet so they can't come back here. Are any of these people inside the DoD even aware of that?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. And then as far as with the people that are awakened or are already unaware that they are, the total number of them is roughly around a third of the planet that is an overlay or a dummy plug, as I'm to understand.
Okay, based on what you're being told. So, so do they have any idea? And again, you can do some research with these people and ask them. I know I'm catching you like off guard here with this, but the question I would have is, I mean, I know they have to be aware of the fact that their control and power of information over 70 years of lying to the public all over the world regarding life in the universe, intelligence on other planets, all the lies that have been perpetuated to the population of this planet is about to fall down pretty quick. Are they aware of that?
Yes. Yes, they are. And in fact, some of them want to go as far as to get rid of not only the negative ETs on the planet, but also deal with the negative people on the planet.
I have a question really quick, Damani, because I haven't talked to you about this, but I wanted to get the commander to say something too, because I used to be able to astral travel and when you dream and you're in full control of your dream, but you're actually having a conversation with someone outside of this reality in another reality. Like are there entities that can actually attach themselves to you so that you cannot astral travel?
Yeah, I'm sure that there are. There's a lot of different abilities that beings have within our galaxy and our solar system and even on our planet.
Okay, because it's not necessarily hard for me to astral travel, but it's like something traumatic happened to me on the astral plane, and I don't know why, but I saw this giant spider on the astral plane, and it scared the crap out of me. Where I don't really like spiders in real life, like in this reality, anyways. But when I'm in astral mode, when I'm like using my actual consciousness on the astral plane, I don't usually get scared because I still have control of my emotions, but fear isn't one of those emotions, and spiders just completely freak me out. So I wonder if it was some type of entity that like scared me and attached itself to me. And ever since, it's been a little bit harder for me to travel astral project wise. And like, no matter how much meditation and stuff I've been able to do, it makes me wonder, even through meditation and stuff, like why I haven't been able to astral project as much as I used to be able to. I don't know.
Well, I might actually be able to put you in contact with this person, and they could probably either identify it, or if I had more descriptions of it, I could probably ask them and see what they say.
All I can tell you is it was a big spider, and like as I was leaving my room, because when you go to sleep and you're able to project yourself and feel like you're flying, as what people would call like your soul leaves your body and you're able to go fly and like go wherever. Like I just saw this giant spider that was like in the corner of my room, and I just remember seeing it and being like, no way. And like I got away from it, and then had these interesting dreams where I call them dreams, but they're like either memories or being able to control my body and like morph into different things and just think of something and automatically change into, say I was driving a car and I came across a river wherever I'm at, and all of a sudden I can morph my car into a boat. And like I was able to astral travel on that level. And then whatever that spider was, it was like a virus, and it kind of limited my ability to be able to travel as much. And like I ran into a lot of different deities, one of them being Anubis, who is like, everybody knows who Anubis is if they've read Egyptian culture. And I signed a contract with I think it's I don't know the Egyptian god's name, but like they're they're very protective of humans, and Anubis was outside guarding my grandfather's house, which it
Hmm.
looked like my grandfather's house, and Anubis was able to double his arms and like double his body, and I don't know how else to explain it. Put his arms together and create this force field, and I was looking at what I think might have been Thoth, and I was asking Thoth, "What is this?" And I kept looking out, and like these dark masses kept trying to infiltrate this force field that Anubis was creating. And Thoth was like, "It doesn't matter what that is. I have Anubis guarding it. I just need you to work with me so that you understand that you're here to like raise consciousness and get people to understand that you are in control of your own reality and you can create your life how you want it to be, but you have to be able to awaken people to that." And I was just standing there like so dumbfounded at this giant force field that just kept having these dark
Hmm.
mass, like the only thing I can explain it to you as if like you've ever seen like what a I think it's Demigorgon from like Harry Potter. It was like a big blur that just kept trying to come into this force field that was like gold, and Anubis was just like holding it, and like Thoth was like, "Hey, it doesn't matter. That's Anubis. Like he's the guardian. You're fine here with me." But my human consciousness was like, "What is that?" And after that, it was like I after that astral projection happened where I was communicating with Thoth and saw Anubis, I kept freaking out, and then I remember trying to get back to my body to wake up, and then
Yeah.
getting back to my room, and I saw that giant spider, and I was like,
So
I don't know if I
Ash,
want to get back in.
so Ashley, have you? And maybe I'm knowing you. I don't think I've done this. Do you protect yourself in Christ consciousness?
For the most part, I do, but just talking to you about it, it's almost like I have a massive headache. It's almost like talking about it. It's like there's like some type of energy that's trying to prevent me from
Ah,
getting the message out.
right. So how would you like to? Now that I know this, and I never thought of this, this is totally different. My father, Rubar, on the spaceship of the command, when I was astral traveling, evidently he touched my forehead, and he activated a good activation that is in the palm of my hands. How would you like to have your consciousness completely cleared so that you're able to be totally uplifted in your consciousness from now on tonight?
I
And
would
when you go to
absolutely
sleep,
love that.
you'll be able to have none of this other stuff going on. You're going to be completely connected to your star family. You're going to be completely activated. So when you do meditation, you'll operate in a Christ conscious frequency in your consciousness through your brain cellular structure. So what I'd like to do for you is something beautiful. Now that I heard this story, I'm getting really strongly that I just need to do this. I'm going to shift your consciousness, and I'm going to uplift your vibrational frequency. And when I get done, you're going to be able to go to sleep and not have spiders and the images of whatever that means. You're going to have images of just very beautiful energy uplifted in your consciousness, and clear your consciousness from being blocked from wherever your star family's from. You'll be able to find that out yourself. But I think there's some blockages happening that I just
I'm
from hearing your story.
100% sure that there are. That's one of the
There
reasons that I
definitely
was
are.
guided to tell you, because I've seen you do some of the cleansing on some people, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what I've tried, like meditation wise. It's like whatever this entity is. It's like after I met Thoth and Anubis, and Thoth is a very good energy. Like I
Mm-hmm.
like Christ consciousness. Like Thoth is all about humanity, and like he wants everybody to get on the same page, and
Well, yeah,
he's
with the
not.
like my father and all the people on the ship, my mother, my two sisters and brother, they all operate in cosmic Christ consciousness. All the space people do, the ones that are good.
I haven't even
So
told you this before you finish, that I
yeah.
actually have had visions with Jesus and like communicated with him regarding something that happened to me when I was younger. I've already told
Hmm.
Damani this, but I basically went into meditation and forgave a family member for molesting me when I was younger, and that took a long time for me to forgive him
Hmm.
for what he
Hmm.
did. I didn't forget what he did. And like right
Right.
after is when I had this really vivid dream of Jesus coming and telling me that forgiveness is what, you know, you're supposed to do even in something that's that horrific. And
Mm-hmm.
he told me to paint this image, so I painted the image and then ended up meeting somebody that had it on a piece of paper, and I put it on as a tattoo on my hand. And what's interesting about it is my family member died, and I got this family heirloom Bible that's very old, and the image was on the front of this Bible. When you when you open the Bible, the image is literally on the front.
Hmm.
So I know that I have a connection with Jesus too. It's not just me making it up. And like, it scared me so bad when I had the family heirloom given to me that I threw the Bible across the room, because I was like, okay, I know I'm very clairvoyant and that I'm connected to God and whatever people want to call it. There's different names, but it scared me. And like, usually people will come up to me and they'll ask me, they'll either say whatever they want to say about what's on my hand, or they'll be like, I don't know what it is about you, but I like you. And I'm just like, thank you. And then I just keep it at that. But there are,
Yeah.
I can tell you that there are energies that will come to me that are very dark. And I'm just like,
No. So here's what I
no.
want to do. I'm gonna put, as an Ashtar commander, I'm gonna put the end to any dark energies ever touching you ever in the word ever again.
Well, I would
So for
appreciate
people,
it.
so since the last few months, when I've been given the ability by my father to destroy implants that have been put in people's human bodies, I also have now the ability for more things that I didn't even know I had to be able to do. I helped Ariel the other night to closing her eyes. I helped her connect to her space mother, really connect to her space mother. That show is recorded, and that is or will be on my Astro Command Spaceship News channel. What I'm going to do here is help Ashley. I'm going to clear the energy in your house, and I'm also going to uplift the consciousness in your body to a very high frequency. And when I do that, when you go to sleep now, from now on, you'll be able to meditate for 20 minutes. When you go to sleep, you're not going to have any of these other things happen in your consciousness. We're going to unblock the light energy, and it's going to be able to come into your consciousness directly from source. You're going to have an elevated consciousness when I get through doing this, and it's
I
going to
would
be
appreciate
beautiful.
it so much, because I
Yeah.
haven't, like, I've had Source contact me and have me go on missions, and like, whatever happened with that spider in the corner of the room, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just been a
No.
huge blockage, and it's,
Yeah. We're gonna. It's an ET thing. Lower vibrational ETs are involved in this,
well, I've
and
heard they can
this.
attach to you on the astral plane, but I just didn't really understand the significance of it. And then
Right.
I'm terrified of spiders so bad
Right.
now. Like, it's,
So I'm gonna help you out. So I don't know if you can even come on screen or not. Are you
I
appropriate?
can. Hold on just a second.
Okay. So when I have a person on screen, the work I do can work either way. But if a person's on screen, I can work better with that person. It's just the way I do things. And you're watching encounters. Hey, okay, Monty, good to see you. I'm not Monty.
It's
Gosh
Ashley.
almighty, I just did that. Ashley.
The
So I'm
money's
changing
still
names.
the money's still on.
Monty, I'm sure you don't look like Ashley. There you go. But I'm going to do this work with you. I want you to close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, I want you to take a deep breath in. You're going to breathe in and breathe out of your nostril a couple of times. And then and when you feel more relaxed, let me know at that point. And what I'm going to do for her is I'm going to make sure that all the energy in her home is cleared, and the residual energy from negative ETs is cleared. And we're going to uplift the vibrational patterns of her whole body, all the cellular structure. I'm going to work on the brain area, on the consciousness. And this is something a little bit new for me to do in my abilities that have been given to me by the Ashtar Command here in my human form. So we're going to do this as a gift to her and help her. Okay? And tell me when you're relaxed, Ashley.
I'm relaxed. It's just cold
Okay.
where I live.
It's too cold. Okay. So
Yeah.
as you close your eyes, I'm going to have a beam of energy. I'm actually already, my palms are amping up with a lot of heat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the top of your head, and I'm going to go slowly around your head area toward your brain. And I'm going to shoot some beams of energy into her head you won't see the beams unless you're really that clairvoyant.
They're
and
like
as I do,
kind of like purple and gold color. It's weird. Like you've got some pretty intense energy when you say you're a healer. Purple and gold are good colors.
so are you seeing energy as you close your eyes coming into your body?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's able to do that. As I'm doing this, I'm going to shoot the energy in through her brain. I'm working on the brain where this is all happening. Certain things happen where the head is, where the brain is. That's where the consciousness is connected. And in about a minute or two, I will actually be clearing all the stuff in there and any blockages. I'm also putting protection around her head first. What I'm doing is I'm going to clear out all the openings that allowed the negative energies to come in and mess with her. And also we're clearing all the energies in her room. So I'm using only my palm of my hands here. Okay, this is where the energy comes from. I don't have a space mechanism or anything. This is it right here. Okay. Okay, it's getting really, really hot energy from my perspective here where I am. I'm really working on her brain. We're clearing out all the residual energy from these past experiences, the spider, the whole thing. I'm going to work down slowly on the body. I'm shooting energy all through the shoulders. It's going to go through the center of her body, through her chest area down below, down to the leg area. What I'm doing is clearing all the residual energy that has been actually stuck there. And I know she's feeling it because I can tell. And what we're doing,
It's interesting because I told you my head hurts, and it's like right here. It's like kind of like if you've ever had a headache and it starts to not be as bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like the left side got lighter, like the right side didn't hurt nearly as much. And
Right.
intuitively, it's almost like you're helping clear a blockage because I'm an artist, and even artistically, I've had this weird block where I'm like, I don't really know what to create right now.
Right. So we're taking all of that blockage, and it was put there by low vibe BTs. You didn't really totally know who they were. They were messing around with you for a long time, so that's not going to happen anymore. And I will say that these ETs are afraid of me completely. I work from a very high level of consciousness, and they'd rather run away than try to confront me because I will actually throw them out in the universe in 2 seconds.
You pretty much disintegrate them so they can't come back.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like the one is fighting so hard. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like my head is not as bad as it was, but it's like...
Yeah. Watch this. Okay, right in that corner. Okay, now I'm bringing the beams of energy in that corner where it's fighting you. So right now I'm going to go after it. I'm going to shoot energy into your consciousness. It's going to find it and it's going to send it away. Give me a second here. You know, one thing these ETs have to know, the negative ETs, I can kick some butt around here. The commander doesn't waste any time. You don't fool around with the commander because I'm going to bust that right up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should be feeling a lot of heat beam energy going into the area where that one is. It's going to try to fight me, but it's not going to be able to win. I'm going to shoot it right out in space. I don't have to do too much. In a second, it should be gone. Actually, I got it cornered, and I'm going to send it out into space wherever it is. My energy is way stronger than its energy. Way stronger.
It's almost like it likes feeding on fear is the only way to explain it.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be feeding on it. It's more afraid of my light energy than anything else right now because it's now leaving. You tell me when it's gone because I'm shooting this energy. I'm going right after it.
Yeah, it's like barely there anymore. It's really weird how to explain it. It's like this whole side of the head was hurting, and it's like shrinking, like especially like right here.
Yeah. I appreciate my moderators. You guys are really good. I appreciate you very much. Let's see here.
Yeah, I don't even feel as bad as I did before.
Yeah, it'll be gone in a second. Sometimes, folks, what I'm doing takes a little bit of time, so be patient. Be patient, folks. And if you're new to the show, I'm working with Ashley Bashley, and we're actually to getting rid of a negative ET energy that has been kind of controlling her dreams and everything else. So we're now gonna put an end to that garbage.
Yeah. I actually just like relaxed my legs, which has been hard. Like whatever you just did actually got my back to pop, which I haven't been able to do.
Really?
Yeah, I've been going to the gym and stuff and it has been really difficult. So, I have a feeling that whatever that energy was not just affecting my consciousness, but it was like making my entire body like so tense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that
I'm shooting
definitely
it.
helped a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, I'm just shooting the last bit of light energy into your brain and to the right and left area. It should be gone. You tell me in 2
Yeah.
seconds. It should, that whole one thing should be out of you. It should be gone.
Yeah, I don't even feel like my head doesn't hurt as bad as it was. It
So it's going to go away. You're going to feel lighter as you go to sleep tonight.
I
Do you feel that
do.
energy? That energy shouldn't be in you anymore. Is it gone?
Yeah, I don't even like I told you like my back popped. It was almost like right after whatever that was attached left, it was like my whole body relaxed and my body was like tense. And then
Yeah.
like I told you my back popped and I was like I
Yeah.
that it's been hurting so bad like I haven't been able to like get comfortable. Like I'd be sitting and like getting in like a massage chair and it's like that's
Mm-hmm.
not helping.
Right.
So
Well, you look a lot brighter. Let's see if you look in the camera. Doesn't she look a lot better?
I feel a lot better.
Yeah, she's a lot. You can. Yeah, you're much brighter than you were before. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna. I put a permanent beam energy into your body. It's gonna spend the night clearing up all your energy. So I sent a separate beam out of my palm. It's inside your consciousness now. So the beam of light is going to go through your whole body through the night to make sure there's nothing left. It'll disintegrate whatever negativity was in there, and in your brain area that will be completely worked on, and you'll
Yeah,
have
I
no more
feel so
problems with
much better.
negative
You have
ETs.
no idea. Like
Let's
I'm
see,
like,
look at it. I can
okay.
tell. You
Well,
know.
and then I can actually I don't know if I hold on. So when I say that I met Anubis on the astral plane, I'm not making this up. My
Mm-hmm.
husband and I went to like a Goodwill
Mm-hmm.
type place and look, like this was like within the week or so. Like we actually found this.
Oh, Anubis. Okay, I'm
The
familiar with
fact
that.
that we found it, like I was like, that's a weird coincidence, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it. This thing's not cheap. If you were gonna go buy one new, they're like $200, and it was like $25 where we bought it,
Oh my gosh,
and it still
it
has
had
the tag.
it has to be a synchronicity that you found it. So
Well, yeah, and like the fact that he was protecting me on the astral plane, I was like, there must be some really nasty entities that are trying to get into this meeting
yeah.
to want to do
Uh,
that, like especially
rain.
because whatever that was
Yeah.
a lot.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put past all of that you experienced. Right. The first thing I want you to do is say I experienced it. That energy's gone. Don't let it be in your consciousness anymore. I know you can do that because I just cleared it. Now you're going to look at yourself as renewed, and as your renewed person of light. I'm going to do this. There's two other things I want to do with you that's going to seal the deal, and I'm doing this on behalf of the Ashtar Command, and I'm doing this as my gift to you on the show tonight. Okay.
Hold on, Damani, just a second, and then I'll have you say it because hold on, I already told them about your vision issue too, so he's wanting to
Okay.
see if you can help him.
Okay. I can help Amani too. What I'm going to do is this. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to say, I am a Christed cosmic being of light.
I am a Christed cosmic being of light.
I will never be used again by negative ETs.
I will never be used again by negative ETs.
I am light.
I am light.
I am unconditional love.
I am unconditional love.
And I am empowered.
And I am empowered.
There you go. Open your eyes. You are empowered in the light always.
Thank
and
you.
that's my
so much.
gift to you from the Ashtar Command. That is my gift to you as an Ashtar Commander, not just an Earth human, but in my Ashtar Command consciousness, I gift you that.
Thank you. I love that you did that, because it's when you're able to be as clairvoyant as I am, and then you're able to have these vivid dreams where you're actually able to control your consciousness, and it's not like you just looking over or remembering something. It's actually you're communicating with beings and people from different worlds, or you're in a different reality, and then you remember it so well, and then you have this block happen and you don't know why, and you keep trying to figure it out. It's like it'll start to drive you like completely nuts. I'm like, I don't know why I'm having this problem, and like
Yeah.
I'm so thankful because
the other thing I want to do here, I'm going to give you one more gift for your house and around your property. I'm going to send beams of light right now through the palm of my hands through each room of your house. When my beams are going to be separated from me, they're a gift. You won't see them, but you'll feel them. They're going to go through your house, through every aspect, the walls, everything. We're going to clear up all the energy in your house, outside of the round of your house, just to make sure there's no more residual energies from the low VTs. We're going to destroy whatever energies are there, and they'll be gone in like 2 seconds. Actually, maybe 2 minutes. So I just did that now. No one can see what I just did, but I do have the ability to do this, and your energy is going to be cleared. When you go to sleep tonight, everyone's going to sleep well, you and your husband. Everything is going to be very calm. You can now focus on the Christed light of energy from the stars, and you can connect with your star family because everybody has one. You do too. Now you'll be able to take your time, and then you can have beautiful dreams about who they are. And I don't know who they are specifically, but you will now be able to find out. So there you go.
yeah, I know Amelia's. There's a being named Amelia, and I'm just weird how her name comes up a lot. So
Yeah. Yeah. And Amani, I can help you too. I don't know what help I need to help you with. Amani is in NASA, and he works in NASA, and I'll find out what he wants me to help him with, and I'll try to help him too.
Damani, what happened when you started losing your sight? Like, what exactly happened? Do you remember, like, what?
It's like a cloud or a veil started to creep over my eyes, kind of like the way that a fog rolls in over the hills and fills in a valley. And then my left eye started to distort like it's looking through a fractal or a kaleidoscope.
What were you doing when that started happening?
Yeah.
I was working, and it just started. I mean, the doctors were really convinced that my eye pressure needed to be adjusted, and they started adding medicine to it, and then my vision started blurring out, and then it started clouding up, and then I started losing my left eye, and then I started having inflammation issues. Now, of course, all this going along, I still see entities. I see that like us and the ones that don't like us.
So, Money, see, I don't know, and I have to almost confer with my father, Rubar, who's on the Ashtar Command ship, because he gave me this gift. I don't know how much of the gift I'm able to use for certain things. I don't know where the limits are or not. I know that I've taken out implants. I can do what I just did with Ashley Vashley with her and clearing her home and everything. I just don't know what my limits are with this, and I don't want to overstep my limits, overstep my abilities here either. But at the same token, I cannot say that I'm able to correct your vision. If I was able to do that, that would be almost an amazing thing for anybody to be able to do. I'm not sure that I can do that. And I could give me a moment. I have to meditate on this because that's just a big deal. If it were to be possible that during our live broadcast, I was able to adjust and heal your vision, to me, that would be something I've never done. And I don't want to promise something that I've always been very honest on my show about what I can do and what I can't do, or what I don't know how to do. But I am willing to, I just don't know. I want to confer with my father on the ship about this before I do it, and if I'm allowed to do it. Because if I'm able to do it, and he says to me, son, you can do this, I will do it. I just want to make sure I'm not going beyond the reaches of what I'm being able to do here,
Well, I understand that.
I want to help you because that's who I am. But if I do this, I don't know whether I'm doing it or not doing it. I don't think I'm supposed to do it. But I have to ask my father.
Yeah, it's a scary thing that you're going through, Damani, because I've known you for a long time, just walking around with you, and there'd be some times where I could tell you could see, and sometimes that I could tell that you couldn't, and it was scary.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think it can heal. I think Western doctors don't get it. I just, for some reason, don't feel, as much as I really, really, really want to do this, I don't think I should be doing it. Not because I don't want to help you, just because right now I don't know.
He's got gifts too. You should tell him what happened when your mom put the dog to sleep.
I was stuck at a friend's house for more than a few days. My ride kind of left in a huff, and they decided to put the dog to sleep while I was away. I was only supposed to be at my associate's house for a day or two, but I ended up staying for 3 or 4 days. In that process, they took the dog and they put him to sleep. Now, normally, all the dogs that I've been around in that family, or in my family, I've been able to at least be there when they pass on, whether I'm holding their paw or whether I'm there to let them know that I'm with them. There's always been a chance to say goodbye. This last dog, however, was not, because they made a rash decision to put him down. Before I went on my trip with Ashley, probably about a few days earlier, I happened to come up the steps, and this was literally about a little over a month after the dog was put down.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm walking up the steps, I see the distinct image of a dog greeting me at the steps. Normally, if I see an image or a ghost or anything, if they want my full attention, they'll stand right in the center of my field of view. And he was there, just waiting for me as I walked up the steps. I saw first his paws, and then his legs, and then the rest of him, and then he was there for a little bit, and then he was gone.
It starts to make me wonder, Damani, that your sense being taken away, it's like you've been gifted another type of sense that people don't speak about, because you've always been sensitive, but I don't have that gift to be able to actually see. I just sense stuff and I know it's there. I don't know how else to word that.
Well, it's an interesting thing because I've had that ability for a very long time.
Have you seen entities? Like I'm talking
And I also want to be clear, we stay away from the paranormal stuff. UFO stuff, yeah.
That's what I mean. I can sense because we live in Oregon. There's certain areas that like if I go out to Seaside and I'm driving down the coast, I know there's an area that's really well known for UFOs, and I always get a weird feeling, especially there's a area where I can't remember what it's called. It's like the equator, it's like the middle of Earth that you can literally drive right by. And that area always makes me feel weird when I drive by it. I'm like, there's something about this area that's just like magnetic. Is the only word I can explain.
Well, there's also Anderson Hill. And
what is that?
Anderson Hill is on the other side of the blimp hangar at Tillamook. And
I go to Tillamook all the time.
Now, for people watching this all over the world, whereabouts is this? We have people all over the world watching this show.
So we're in Oregon, which is on the west coast of the United States. Like, the state is literally, you can go to Mount Hood, which is the mountains where there's snow, or you can go to the beach or the sand dunes, because we're in between Washington and California, and we pretty much have everything here. And
just about every ecosystem available. We even have ice caves.
And we also, it rains a lot. We're pretty much a rainforest, so we're pretty close to Mount Shasta, which is like one of the biggest UFO and spiritual gathering places in the world. And then Mount Hood, I've had people travel from Ireland who I've met at conventions who've told me that Mount Hood is more spiritual than Mount Shasta. And when I was told that, I was not surprised, because every time I go out to Mount Hood, that mountain has so much energy that depending on what time of the year you go, I wouldn't want to go around like snow and ice time, because I don't want to get cold when I'm out. But we've gone out to like where Mount Hood Resort is and gone out when there's like nobody there, and there's just an eerie feeling when you're sitting on top of the mountain that it's like there's an energy there that you can't explain. And then just being able to watch the stars and look out for things, it's just a very special area. They've even secluded hot springs now that are native land. Like, I used to be able to go to these hot springs that are now completely just native land. Like, you can't go on to that land anymore, or you're trespassing, and the energy at those locations are even more intense.
Yeah. Someone's saying Hood Canal has a lot of UFOs in and out of the sea level. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen crazy stuff. Like, we went to Seaside. I think I told you about this on a podcast with you before, where my friend and my husband and I, we were all sitting, and we were just sitting on a log, and we were trying to get a fire going, and all of a sudden, we're on the coast where there is absolutely no cars and no boats allowed out on the water or on this part of the beach, because it's known as Shipwreck Cove. And we're sitting there, and we see what looks like this car driving really fast down the beach, and I'm like, what is happening? They're not supposed to be driving. And like, we're all probably, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and it's pretty dark, but it's not exactly super dark, but it's light enough that we could see. And this thing just goes all the way down towards us, and then stops, and then shoots out into the ocean. And at first the lights are like the yellow color you would think headlights are, and then it comes towards us, and I'm just like baffled, and then all of a sudden it stops and then flashes red and then shoots into the ocean, and it like goes into the ocean. And we're sitting there just like, what did we just see? And then we were at a convention where people were talking about UFOs and stuff, just coincidentally. And I went and talked to a couple people about it, and they were like, you were at Shipwreck's Cove, where there's people that say that, you know, we could have seen a boat that crashed, and we were seeing residual things. But I was like, no, I'm pretty sure it was a UFO, because how fast it was coming and how it just went and then went into the ocean.
That's probably what I'm getting in the depths of that area of the ocean. There's probably a space base all the way deep in the deeper part of that ocean area.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing. That's why you see them going into the ocean. There's a base there.
Did you know that? It's a funny story though, Commander, because like what made it even funnier is these two dudes were like, they were just out having a good time drinking, and I went up to them and I was like, "Did you guys just see that?" And they were like, "Yeah, you're at the ocean at the coast. We see that stuff all the time." And I was like, I couldn't really get a valid yes or no from them because
Right.
they were drinking, but
Yeah,
I
right.
could tell that they definitely saw it, and they were so over it at that point, they just didn't care anymore.
Well,
But
that's because they were a little bit inebriated. They probably, if they were sober, maybe they could have discussed it, you know?
yeah, but like it still baffles my head no matter how many times I go over it, because if it was just me, I would have been like questioning it over and over again. But the
Yeah.
fact that my husband and my friend were with me and we all saw it and we all said, "Did you just see that?" We explained it exactly the same, and I wish I had a video camera at that time because it was bonkers. And then to make matters even weirder, we woke up before the sunset, like, or not the sunset, but the sunrise, and we went
Mm.
out and it looked like there was a boat out on the water, but it wasn't a boat because there's no boats allowed in that area.
Right, right.
So it just looked like this giant light was hovering over the ocean, and we zoomed in on it, and it looked like a vortex was just floating in the ocean, and there was nothing there. And
Wow.
Michael might have that on his phone still. I'd have to have him check.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, definitely do
But
that.
it was so weird. And I just remember sitting in my car because it was cold and looking at it like I don't know what that is. And my husband and I were just sitting like, this is weird.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, well, Ashley Bashley, I want to thank you, Amani. I want to thank you, brother. I'll confer with my father on the ship about this. If I'm able to do that, I will do it once I find out how far I can go with the gift I've been given. And I'll be happy to figure that out. But for now, I want to thank you, Amani, for your information with the DoD thing. Try to get more information on the inside people there regarding
The
the James
square
Webb
thing that's in
Telescope,
the sky,
the
that
square
got
thing.
caught.
Yeah, definitely get more information if you can. You have time, no rush. And, Amani has connections with people with top security clearance that are in different areas, DoD, NASA. So, Amani, we thank you, man, for being here and being so patient.
I also want to let people know, Damani, because they're asking when the last time you saw an eye doctor. He has seen a doctor. It's just expensive for the surgery he has to have. Would you
All
say
right.
it's like 30 grand. It's really expensive.
Wow, that's crazy.
And
And the place that can do it is also tied in with our favorite area.
which one?
Okay, you talking about Area 51?
Yes, I am. They've got
Really?
That's cool, Damani.
Interesting. I don't know if you want to be going there. So yeah, we'll figure out some. Well, I'll talk to my space father. All right,
Yeah.
Diamani, I appreciate you, brother.
Yes. Oh, and I do have
Always.
a friend that has paranormal experiences that she would love to talk about.
The thing is, we don't do that here. We don't talk about paranormal only. That's the only
We
thing.
can make our own podcast about paranormal. It's just UFO on this podcast.
Just strictly, the Astro Command, the contact, all that stuff here. But if you guys do it on your podcast, just go for it or whatever.
Well, now I had another question with the Anderson Hill thing, and when my other friend is reporting and talking to me about a lot of this stuff, he calls me first, and I can identify what it is. And one of the times when he was up there, he seen
podcast.
Bigfoot,
Want to say hi?
interacted.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if you guys put together a podcast with your friend about that other stuff, that's good to do there. Like Ashley said, we're just strictly, very much into the cosmic,
Yeah.
Is Bigfoot considered as part of the UFO culture?
Yeah,
Because
Bigfoot is. Bigfoot,
100%.
angels, the mer people. My friend April has connections with the fairies. That part of it's all connected. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know what you're talking about because some people think Bigfoot is an alien because I've gone to the conventions. There's one they call it a paranormal convention, but I want them to change their name to the UFO and Unexplained instead of just paranormal, because it automatically makes people think it's ghosts and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because a lot of specialists that there's people that channel that communicate with other beings from outside of wherever, that like people that have been on Gaia have come to these conventions, and I've met a lot of interesting people that talk to I can't remember what they're called. There's so many different people. Like some people read the Akashic records, and then there's some people that talk to, like the Pleiadians,
The
for example.
Palladians, yeah, I have friends in the people that watch my show in the not the Adirondacks, in the Appalachian Mountains of Pennsylvania. My friend Mary and Ray were taken on a ship a couple nights ago by the Anunnaki, who are human. They're about 14 feet tall, the men and women. They are very beautiful people. They have families,
Yep.
and so there's the Anunnaki, who we talk about on this show, the Anunnaki, the real Anunnaki, not the historical stuff put on History Channel, the real Anunnaki who are alive and well and are part of the whole spiritual levels of light that are coming here to Earth. Yeah, very interesting.
I've learned from a lot that I've done on the astral plane, or whatever people want to call it, that the Anunnaki and the Pleiadians work together to help humanity, and
Oh, they all do. They all do. The
they
Anunnaki, the Pleiadians, the Andromedans, Syrians, the Lyrians, they all work together.
yeah, the one woman that I drew is an
Actually,
Anunnaki.
Syrians, and I also one of the people that I'm in contact with is Ra's daughter, and so she's actually one of the ones that I ask about different types of spacecraft.
You'd have to explain it to me so that I can draw some of the stuff that you're talking to me about, so people can understand what's what, so I can like I can draw like certain spacecraft that your friend tells you about, so that we can show what is what to explain it to people and give them an actual image, so if they look up at the stars and the sky, or if they're looking at something and they see something, they know what to identify it as and call it, because that's always easy. Or like, have you ever heard of like I've seen a lot of videos floating around online, and I've also caught my own of like when we had a storm come in and it just didn't seem normal, like the clouds just looked a little different than what I would normally see. Like, is there, because you've worked for NASA, you've talked to people, are there ships that look like clouds that just mask themselves as ships, or
They do.
as
The
clouds?
Imani, I call them cloud ships. I've documented those.
The one that you filmed, that was actually an operation that was being ran.
What?
And there were different maneuvers. Yes.
Hold on, because the commander was talking, and I don't know if we've told the commander. Like, I don't know. I don't remember you telling me this. You're just now telling me. What was it I filmed that you said that I caught?
So then, remember when I told you before that there's faces in the clouds, and that there's certain entities that are afoot,
Yeah.
and that you can actually see them in the storm clouds?
Yes.
And then a few days later, we had that super crazy storm that came through.
Yeah.
And I inquired about that storm, and I was told that there were some other maneuvers going on in there. There was like fleet maneuvers.
Yeah, the cloud ships are basically cloaked. They put in it's a like and Diamante at Diamante, you know this. They create they are affected by the electromagnetic field of the Earth. So as they're coming in, they create what looks like a cloud. And if you look at it, the cloud looks like a formation of either one major ship or little ships. Not little, but they'll be. I've seen them in formation in Connecticut. I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah, I did film it, and what was weird is I've lived in Oregon for a really long time, and this storm didn't sound normal. Like when you heard the thunder and then you'd hear the lightning go off, it sounded like fighting. That's the only way how to explain it. Like it would come from one end and then it would go at the other, and then the way the ships were coming in, the cloud ships were coming in, it just seemed like something was off and the energy was off. And
you can feel it.
and yeah, and I was outside and everybody else was inside, and I was like, I'm staying outside because I kind of want to witness whatever this is. Because
Yeah.
like even the animals were acting weird. Like they, of course, they're going to act weird, but it was interesting. I think I might have sent you the video, but
Hmm.
I just wanted to get clarification on that because we're coming around the time of year where we're going to have more rain clouds and stuff where we live, so I can try to document it and see if we catch anything else that's
Right.
interesting.
All right.
And then you had all the faces that were in there too.
Yeah, I did. I thought that was weird because I've caught a lot of stuff, but it looked like a cloud city was literally flying above my house. This is the only way to explain it.
Yeah, I'd have to see photos of that for sure. Well, you
'Cause it-
guys, I want to thank you both for being here. And I'm glad I helped Ashley when she came up here. I can see she's much better, more relaxed. There's no that stuff is going to completely dissipate. Your body's going to be completely clear, and you're looking fine now, so you're good.
well, I appreciate you having us on, and I'll have Damani look into that, and then I'll privately text you his phone number so that you can text him when you want to go live.
Okay,
Because he
that sounds
doesn't
good.
have TikTok on his phone because government, he's not allowed to have it on his phone. From what
Oh
he's
yeah,
told.
government people can't have TikTok. I forgot about that. That's right. All
Yeah.
right, all right. Well, very good. Hey, Diamante, I hope you feel better, man. We'll be in touch.
All right.
All right. You
All
have a
right.
really good night, Commander. I'm gonna keep tuning in, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
sign out.
let you
Have
relax.
somebody else on with you.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you for being here. And we want to thank Ashley Diamante from NASA. And I hope you're all doing well. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. You never know what we're going to do on this show. You never know where it's going to go. That's the beautiful part of what I do here. I never know what's up next. You know, that's what it's very spontaneous. Thank you so much, Ashley, for being here. We appreciate you, Diamante. AK, good to see you, AK, and everybody coming in here. You're watching Encounters. And one of the things that, we're looking at, people have been asking me, Commander, what's going to happen now that all this 3D stuff is over with tonight? And I'm thinking, not even thinking about it. I think more important than all these crazy people that think it's important to have somebody running a particular country, that I'm more excited about disclosure, about contact, about reuniting with the star people, come 2026. I'm more happier about 2026 than anything else. I'm more happier about the fact that we are not being sucked into believing that all these earth-based people that have power are going to make our world a better place to live in, when in fact, they're not going to do anything. But there are people out there that are brainwashed to believe all that, They are. Exactly. Not us. We're liberated. You're liberated. Many of you here know better, Many of you know better. I don't know Amelia if she's still alive. She was alive when I was going live. I don't know if she's still on or not, but so what we do here, if you're new to the show, welcome. I'm CmdrAleon. Ashley has been a guest before on our show when we just worked with her and got rid of the negative ET energies that were doing stuff with her, and much better. We do a lot of things here. We're about disclosure. There's a new video I'm going to show you here. I don't know if she's coming over. I haven't talked to her. She's been enjoying her live tonight, as she should. Saturday night is Astro Command night. We'll see if she's able to come over Saturday night. We're going to be posting our Astro Command video tonight for Saturday night show. I'm going to show people a spaceship video. Let me see here what the breaking news is. Let's see. I don't care about the breaking news. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Oh, this is interesting. But there is definitely stuff happening. And we're going to show you some spaceship video. I got plenty of stuff. Here it is. Here it is. When I show you this, you're going to be blown away. So I'm going to show you in Poland, in a place called Ajak Kanika, or I can't pronounce the name of the place. in Poland, there's this place. Let me see if I could. Anyway, it's in an area of Poland. This happened the other night. Somebody videotaped an armada of spaceships. There was other air traffic in the sky, and it could have been some military stuff going on too, but you're going to see this video. It's going to blow you away. You can see, I posted it on my main page here, but I'm going to show it to everybody here tonight as one of our latest spaceship videos for the show. This is going to show you these spaceships in their formation, and you're going to see them start splitting away. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to show it to you now. And if you're not watching the show, then you do not know what's happening. Because the commander, because of my media background and studying in news media for many years and doing TV for a while, I'm going to show you something. And you're going to see right now a really beautiful thing here. Let me see, can I make it larger? No. You'll see what's going to happen here in a minute. Whoops. Give me a second here. We're going to get it together. Okay, here we go. We're going to switch the screen. We're flipping the camera. All right, here we go. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. What I'm going to show you is an armada of ships. You see that right there? Watch this, folks. Watch this, folks. And this is our video segment of encounters. This is an actual in Poland. You're going to see the ships separate. An armada of spaceships. There's some conventional craft in the sky. That bunch of ships right there. You're going to see it in a minute here. Keep watching. Let's see where to bring it up here. Let me see where I'm supposed to bring it. You'll see it in a minute. Oh, here it is. Watch this. There's the right there. See that? Bunch of spaceships. An armada of spaceships in Poland. Recorded. I'll show it to you again, everybody. Watching encounters. A lot of stuff going on out there. And this is, it'll start at the beginning again. And you're going to see it in a second here. Hold on. This is our video segment here for entertainment purposes only. That's the spaceships, a whole bunch of them. You're going to see what happens in a minute. Okay. Whoops. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, they're right there. You missed it. We're going to bring it back just a little bit more right before they separate. Watch this. Right there. How beautiful is that? I've been doing this a long time, Tara. Great question. When I look at video footage, I know the movement of spaceships versus drones, CGI and AI. These things are video recorded by people. And in this area of Poland, there was a lot of activity that night, the other night. There's some air traffic going around, but these things just were amazing. Let me just get back to the screen here. I do have some other things I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some other things, not right now, but I will show you some more things here. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And that was just one video that comes out of Poland in Eastern Europe. And they just split apart. It was that, hey, Mahansu, good to see you. They split apart. It was a really beautiful thing. Now, there's other stuff here. Let me see if I can, there's other things happening here. This is another one I'm going to show you in a minute. In a couple more minutes, I'm going to show you another video coming out of LA County in California from the other night. You're going to see what apparently is either one ship, I think it's one ship potentially, going straight diving down. I don't know where in LA County it was, in Los Angeles County, but in the outskirts somewhere, and this particular spaceship was going straight down really quick. I don't think I did. You might have to resend it to me. I'll have to take another look at that. Yeah, definitely, Slay, send me another copy of that. And let's see what my cat's going to do. She's decided to get off the couch, and hopefully she's not going to be a nutch. And now she's sitting here, so we'll see what happens. Hey, Valerie, good to see you. Oh, it's on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to check. I want you to check this video out. I'm going to have you check this video out in a minute. And again, when you're watching Encounters Late Night Spiritual UFO Talk Show, and if you wish to be a guest and share your experiences with us, if you're having visitations by space people, if you've been recording spaceship activity in your area, what people call UFOs, we certainly would love to hear your stories tonight. And please follow and like. If you're not tapping the screen, we're at 53.8. So if everybody taps the screen, we will get up to 100,000 tonight with your help. And again, thank you for tuning in and watching Encounters. Thank you, Slay. Appreciate that. Good to see Mahansuk. Hey, Corey, thousands of them. Yes. Everyone coming in here. And I've been also seeing on TikTok, I've been very carefully watching postings of UFO videos on TikTok. When anyone gets a chance, look up Lagaz UFO documents. It's completely changed my mind. Interesting. I've been finding people on TikTok that are taking the activity of recording extraterrestrial spaceship UFO to activity. I've seen a number of people videotaping real footage here on their own, which is good. We're starting to see more of that and less of that CGI AI garbage that people have been posting. There are people out there now posting real footage here. So Mona, the star people are coming here. They already are here. They've been here. They are coming here in 2026 officially to make contact with all the people on this planet, to answer your question. Fake Cowboy says, I've seen them over 100. Let's see here. Oh, you're welcome, Mona. I've got a bunch of posted on TikTok and way more on my Facebook page. Oh, interesting, Corey. I've been seeing things in the sky lately, and you're going to see a lot more. So what you've been seeing now, you're going to see things are going to really amp up now, which is kind of amazing. You're going to see a lot more things. Oh, I see. I see, Slay. Have you heard about the Missouri Roswell UFO? Excellent. Brian, I haven't heard about that. I'm familiar with Roswell as an incident and other things similar, but that one incident I have not heard about. Welcome, Melissa. My photo. Welcome to the show, user 571. Today, the sky was very busy. Lots of, I believe, small ships. Maria Sanchez. Maria, if you say, I think you've been saying you're seeing a lot of small ships in the sky. Maria, why don't you come on and accept my guest request button? Press it, and we'll bring you on. And I'd like to hear your stories. Are you saying you're seeing small spaceships in your area? I'd like to hear a little bit of story about that. The mothership over my house is Andromeda ship. Oh, interesting, Slay. Very interesting. We're just reading some of the comments here this evening. Welcome to Encounters. We shall be here till near 1 o'clock in the morning. So if you're just tuning in, welcome. All our shows are being on YouTube. I think I'm backlogged about 2 shows. So in this show will make 3. Let's see here. Thank you for the Gerard for the gift. So who's recording any activity right now? How many people are pursuing recording spaceship activity or UFO activity where they are in any country of the world? If you're watching this, we'd like to hear your UFO stories that you're recording. Corey is. So I think let me bring Corey up first. I want to hear some of the things around the country, around the world where you're recording. And I think this will help people know what's happening. So you have to be over 18. No kids on the show. No vaping, no smoking on the show, no drugs on the show, no drunks on the show, no kids on the show. I think I said no cursing, no politics, no religion, and no paranormal discussion. So bring Corey on first. And we're going to find out how many people around the world are having videotaping sightings. Peggy says, I did Sunday night in Greensboro, North Carolina. So we get reports directly from our viewers. Hey, Corey, welcome to the show. Do you have your AirPod on or some microphone or something?
Nope.
Do you have something that's making your phone reverberate? I think it might have stopped. Are you there?
Yeah. Well, what I found out is if it's doing that, if you go to your, yeah, can you hear me?
Well, what I found out is if it's doing that, if you go to your, yeah, can you hear me?
It's doing it again.
If it's doing that, if you go to your, yeah, can you hear me? If it's doing that, if you go to your,
It's still doing that. Yeah, it's doing that. It's something with the phone. I think it's something you have to turn off on the phone itself that'll stop it. I don't know what it is though. Yeah, it's something with the phone. I think there's like a mechanism on the phone you have to turn on. Okay, it says tell him to swipe up on his phone. So someone's saying you have to swipe up on your phone, whatever that means, and it'll go away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you swipe up on your phone, it should stop the echoing.
Yeah, if you swipe up on your phone, it should stop the echoing. Yeah, if you swipe up on your phone, it should stop the echoing.
No.
Yeah, if you swipe up on your phone, it should stop the echoing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Corey, we'll have to bring you back up once I figure out what that thing is about how to swipe up your phone. But we'll bring Corey back. Corey, sorry about that, my friend. All right. So let's see here. Again, if you wish to join us on the show and you're having sightings of different spaceships or UFOs around the world, we'd like to hear your stories. You may come up on the show. Again, you have to be over 18. No smoking on the show, no drugs, no drunks, no drinking or anything like that, no paranormal discussion, no politics, and no religion, and no trolls. Definitely no trolls. So yeah, we'd love to have people up to share their stories. Carrie79, thank you for the share. We appreciate all the gifts. We appreciate that very much in support of the program. And we'll see out there what's happening. I'm going to show you why we're waiting to do this. And again, I'm asking who out there of almost 300 people are recording and documenting spaceship activity, non-terrestrial activity. Okay, let's see here. And there is another, I'm going to show you a video now. This comes from Los Angeles, California from the other night. This particular video shows, and I posted it here on TikTok, It's really interesting. It shows the craft going vertical, going straight down very quickly. It's about a 12-second video, and I'm going to show it to you now on Encounters. So give me a second here. Give me a second to bring this down. We're going to switch the camera, flip it, and in 1 minute you're going to see this video. Again, it's 12 seconds. I'm going to show you what I reviewed this video quite a bit before I posted it, and it's definitely the real deal. Okay, so we're going to go to this particular video, and you're going to see something that is truly amazing. All right, let's do this. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to show you this thing right now. And this is, again, for entertainment purposes only. Watch this. This is going to be a ship coming straight down. Watch it. 12-second video. It's kind of grainy. This is for entertainment purposes only. Make sure everybody sees this. Everybody sees it. Triangular looking. I think it's a solid craft. I think it's one ship. Really fast. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, that was the second video for entertainment purposes only. Give me a moment. So that was the second. That was out of LA County, California, that second video that I just showed you. And oh, good. So Corey's going to go outside. I'll bring him back on. He says he's seeing some of these spaceships or these UFO craft outside as we speak. So we're going to see if we can bring him back on. And we might have him do a live from where he is in the country to show us some spaceship activity around where he is. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And hopefully we can get rid of the all that stuff going on. And again, if you want to be a guest, you have to tell us why you want to be a guest. I will not allow any trolls on here to cause problems. I will take you off in 2 seconds. You have to be over 18 for sure. Cuddy says, do you have any NASA video on the outside of space show? Oh yeah, I did have a video on that on my channel here, my Astro Command channel. I think I do have something on there. So Jesse James, a lot of the grainy video is because of our cameras and the energy from these different craft affect cameras. Some people do have really clear video if they have a really, really good camera, but unfortunately, you have to deal with what you deal with, and it's just the way it is for now anyway. Let me see here. Yeah, just screenshot the static, then zoom in times, and you'll see them all. Interesting. All right, Corey, when you're outside and you're ready, let me know. We'll bring you up on the show to show the sightings that are happening where you are right now. And welcome everybody to Encounters. When someone says answer me and you're demanding that I answer you, I see you and I'm asking you to answer me, the host. You need to answer the host. Was it Frill Licks or whatever? I got a feeling that you might be somebody who is looking for problems. Frillix, tell you what. Let's see what this person wants us to tell them. You know, the one thing the commander doesn't let happen is people saying, demanding you talk to me now. We don't do that. No one makes demands of the commander because I will put you in your place in 2 seconds on the show. You're in the studio audience. You shall behave yourself and be nice. If you cannot be nice and be patient, then you'll have problems. And I think we're going to take that person out. Bye-bye. They're gone. They go bye-bye. Hey, Cliff, good to see you, brother. The commander, the good thing about me is I hold my own pretty good. You know, you don't play around with the commander. When you start telling me what to do, then you're in trouble. Love and light to everybody. May they find their way in peace wherever they go. Yeah, that's right. Good to see you. Good to see you, all people. Red Jen, good to see you. That's right. Sometimes people come in here demanding I put them on the air and demanding this and that. And I say to myself, do they realize that this is my show? That I created this thing? That I put the energy into it? It's all good, folks. We do what we do. You know, we keep it moving here. Good to see you all. Missy, don't do that to the couch. I'm talking to my cat here. Oh, thank you, Big A. We never let things get out of control here. Do they manifest in our dreams? Interesting question. What does that manifestation mean? Are you talking about do the space people manifest in dreams, or can you be more specific? JMB, thank you for the ice cream. Hey, Corey. Corey's going to be showing us, he says there's some activity going on outside of his location of spaceships. Oh, yes, the space people do manifest. Matter of fact, I will invite you up to ask me that question. That's a good question. So we're going to have a little conversation about the manifestation of space people in dreams. All you have to do is come on up, and I will be happy to have you as a guest here. If you're able to get on to the live, I just sent you a request. I would say, yeah, using celebrity, consider a word properly. Hey, Margot, welcome to the show. Do space people die? Another good question. The way I understand it, the space people live a long, long time. I don't know what the word death means to a space person, like a star person. I would have to really kind of ask them that question. My understanding is that they move on to another level of physical beingness, but I don't know how they look at the terminology of death as we as humans do. I don't know how they look at that. Hey, Flower Power, good to see you. Oh, you're welcome. Great question. Well, the reason why a mirror, good to see you, our body is a vessel. So, for example, even though we are human, I'll use myself as an example to answer the question. I am human, you are human, we're all human, right? On one level, we're human. But on another level, we're not human. We're also a vessel, like we are, this is our body suit, but we also come from the stars, so therefore we're star seed. And as star seed, we come from another body, which is our space body. From our space body, we come into this body. So the soul of our space soul comes into this consciousness body until we live this body, and then we go back to our space body. If we are a star seed, we go back to our original body. And remember, does that help you a little bit? Hey, Lapita, good to see you. So welcome everybody to the show. So oh, good. I try to answer those questions. So there's a lot. I was wondering if the space people age differently when on their planets. They actually do, Papa Smurf, age differently than we do. So a space person like my mom and dad, for example, are thousands of years old. But if I am next to them, they'll look like they're 20 or 30 years old or whatever, whereas I might look older than they do. But in truth, if I were in my space body and off planet, I would actually, and on their home planets, they don't age like this. They don't have so their children look young, they look young, they just don't age the way we do. It's a very different, it's a vibrational frequency of energy that makes it different for the aging process. Yeah, they don't get sick. They really don't age the way we consider aging. The people that have passed away, they will not be joining us. They're already somewhere else. But the people that are alive will be meeting the space people, the star people. But the people that have already left, they are already on to the next level of their consciousness, wherever that is. So the people that left, they will actually, they're already somewhere else. They're way far away from where we are here. Very different. Monty, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Fourth or fifth dimension, I'm not sure what dimension they're in, but they're definitely out of the third dimension for sure. They're definitely beyond the third dimension when they pass. Unless they get stuck in between dimensions for a while, they go forward. I mean, yes, they come from many dimensions. Very true. Many dimensions. Very well said. Great questions here. Will, welcome to the show. Anthony Chavez, welcome. Are we all space people? Valerie, that's a great question. Boy, you folks have great questions tonight. So, yes, you're starseed. And I've talked about starseed before. But even though I talk about it, not everybody knows what a starseed is. So, in essence, you are starseed. You come from other planetary systems. You chose to come here, even though you don't remember it, saying, oh, yeah, I'd like to come to Earth and go to a shopping mall or, whatever. What I'm saying is you chose to come here. And when you came here, this is the experience that you wanted to have. And then when you leave here, you go back to your star family. Okay. Jules Z, no problem. I love these questions. Very much so. I think everybody's a star seed. It's just a matter of remembering who you are. All right, Aaron gives me a lot of headaches and pain. Juan Blee, let me see here. Yeah. So if we ever use nuclear weapons, it would go through space-time continuum and it would affect their planets too. So yeah, they don't like us using those things, and we stopped using them only because they were shut down back in the 60s. It looked like it might have, Wendy. When I'm getting video, it's amazing what I see when people send me videos here. I do have somebody here that says, I have an implant from a brain tumor and I'm deaf in the right ear. It gives me a lot of headaches and pain. I think we're going to bring this person up. I think her name is Wan Blee 6. You have to be over 18. No kids on the show, no smoking, no trolls, no vaping, no on the show, no drunks, no drugs, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics. Wan Blee, if you change your setting to public, I'll have you come up here and we'll take a look at the implant. If you come up here, the commander will take a look at the implant and we might just be able to take the implant out of your body. I want to hear your story. I work with the Ashtar Command. If you're not familiar, anybody with the Ashtar Command, they are the positive, spiritual, cosmic space people. And I work with them. So if you change your setting, I might be able to bring you up here on the show. No disrespect taken. Hey, Sloppy Joe, good to see you. Yeah, so Ginger, so we are spiritual or space beings. So you're spiritual beings that you're from space. So that's when your starseed is a spiritual space being from off planet. Then you come into the human experience, and then you become remembering your spiritual cosmic self. Therefore, your connection as a starseed. Whoops. Let's see. And yeah, so if you want to come up, just do the multi-guest icon. Even if you're on private, go on the multi-guest icon, and I can bring you up as a guest, and we can talk about your implant and possibly take the implant out. Om Fully, hey Om Fully, good evening, good morning. Shay Howard, welcome to Encounters. Everybody coming in here. Beauty, I think Beauty Inc. Hey Shell Bell, and let's see here. Oh, the PA, Shell Bell, welcome to the show. Melanie, welcome. This is the late night show Encounters on nightly at 11 till about 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so we can actually, any implant that is put in by a negative ET into a human body, I'm able to find it and actually destroy it. It doesn't matter if it's microscopic or a big implant in the body, I can destroy it. Not a problem. Just looking at the conversation here. And a number of people have seen me destroy the implants that have been put into people. And believe me, it's pretty amazing for me to, after I do it, I reflect back on what I've done. Everything's documented. So welcome, Larry. Welcome, I think, Bertha, 21. Welcome to the show. And the person that had that implant, let me see if I can go back to that person. Let's see if she's still there. Where is that person? Oh, here. Juan Blee, if you go to the multi-guest option, I can bring you on the program and we can get rid of the implant. Well, I want to get to 100,000 followers tonight. Can we do that? We're at 88.5 right now. If everybody will tap on the screen, please, simultaneously. Please like and follow. Tap on the screen. We're at 88.6 on the top corner of the screen. You'll see the numbers go up. They can only go up, believe it or not, if you tap the screen with a heart. So when the hearts start popping when you tap, the hearts make my numbers go up. That's what does it, those hearts. So if you tap, you'll create hearts. When you create hearts, you create higher numbers, and we'll get up to 100,000. Hey, Star Child, welcome. Rob, welcome to the show. And it's good to have everybody here. It's been a great show tonight, and we're winding down to about near 1 a.m. in the morning. And 2 hours of encounters. We're on tomorrow night. I'll be making our promotional video for Saturday night for Ashtar Command Q&A. That'll be Saturday night here on TikTok. Amia, thank you for the team. Cheers. We appreciate it. And we need to get ready and prepared for all the things that are going to be coming up. The more I think about it at this time at night, I think about how we really are now, as we get past all the garbage on Earth, we can get ready for getting our human selves, our consciousness ready for contact. And I think that's going to be a phenomenal thing. Robert McDonald says, I've seen 2 UFOs in my life, I believe, and I believe you probably have seen 2 UFOs in your life. And that's more than some people see. Some people don't see any UFOs or spaceships. So 2026 contact is coming in about a month. Not in a month. In about, it's going to start, I'd see about, you have 12 months, you have 13. In a year and about 2 months. That's what I meant to say. A year and 2 months. Somewhere in that area. Cuddy says, I've seen 3. Good to have everybody with us. Lynn, welcome to the show. Interesting, Larry. Larry says, I've seen 2 and 1 of them went from visible to invisible. Well, we are at 100,000. I want to thank everybody for making that happen. I think we'll call it a night here tonight. We'll be on tomorrow night with another great show of encounters. All my shows will be on my YouTube channel. I think I might be 2 or 3 behind. I'm going to catch up with everything tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. You've been a great audience. And again, thank you so much, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. We'll see you tomorrow night at approximately 11 o'clock. Saturday night is the Ashtar Command Q&A. So definitely see you Saturday night. And again, we're on throughout the weeknights at 11. Take care, everybody, and be well. Keep your eyes to the skies. Thank you for the baseball.